As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Volunteers will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Mississippi State's offense will have first crack at this one. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that...
Breaks into the open, and he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Mississippi State going up-tempo.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can be damaged. Then it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job of keeping that guy in the pocket.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense in a bunch formation. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And this defense has kind of been up and down on this opening drive, right? That's their second sack, which is good. They need more of those plays, but they've given up a lot of yards. Down here, this part of the field, man, this defense is going to have to find a way to make a few more plays to keep them out of the end zone.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Right back to it. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. So the Tennessee Volunteers offense will go to work for the first time. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football. One of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
And the Vols have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. The give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Watching this Tennessee running back, man, he just runs with so much purpose, and it reminds me of guys that I used to play against, Jamal Lewis and Travis Henry, two great Vol running backs that used to really test the physicality of our Gator defenses.
Oh, he's got some space. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense and their running game. That time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the marker. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Ford, and Oklahoma. Man, did it end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker at the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, who he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee, so quarterback roulette, and Tennessee has a new guy.
There are things I expected to remain consistent, at least with Tennessee, though. Tim Banks is going to do a great job at defensive coordinator on that side of the ball, and you know Tennessee's going to run it as well. So I know a lot of question marks around the quarterback spot, but there are other facets to this team that make them very dangerous.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps, everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Tight end finds a soft spot, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. He'll do it himself. Oh, better look out! Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. Mississippi State right back to the line. Taylor wants to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Flips it out on the screen. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away.
Number 88 on to kick it away.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Big up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Hands it off on the counter. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Man, defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disruptive and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. A most efficient pickup of 6 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 4. He might want another play. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Here's the pressure. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Finds his big tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Lets it fly. It's complete. He gets it in. Touchdown, Vols.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say...
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Taylor wants to throw it. Quick completion on the out route. Gets it out just short of the 20, out of bounds at the 19-yard line, and a little more room to operate. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
And if nothing else, a notable first half so far in Starkville. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Davis-Wade Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off play action on first down. A strike downfield. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Grab behind the line. It's Staley. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about that? The dying breed of the tackling quarterback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their face in the fan and make tackles? Nice job by that player.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The Vols decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fair catch is made inside his own 20 at the 17-yard line. Here comes the Mississippi State offense ready to attack. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Got his man out of the backfield. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss. Off play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, this offense keeps giving up sacks, and they keep finding themselves in situations like this, 3rd and long right now. They don't have many points in this game, and this is a big reason why. It's hard to score if you don't keep the third downs manageable. So moving forward, whether it's running the football on 1st and 2nd or throwing short passes earlier in the drives, they've got to change things up because taking sacks like this is killing this offense.
They punted away on 4th down. He's got it. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. So here is the Tennessee offense. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Line getting set on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the marker. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. That's a fumble on the play. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. 2nd down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Leaves it with the back. After the filthy move, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. And the Volunteers are flying down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his back in the middle. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to...
There he goes! And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 30 inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Mississippi State going up-tempo.
Yeah, and this has been tough sledding. All right, this offense has really struggled to move the football, and this game's all but over. But here's the thing, man. Thank God you don't play this defense every week. And let's continue to work here and find something we do good and build maybe a little bit of momentum so next week we play a little bit better football.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. This has been utter domination through three quarters, and the stats will back that up. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So we open the final period with a third down play. Taylor wants to throw. Here's a heat. Fires on the move. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to...
Turning it on! Oh, what a cut! And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Mississippi State!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. see ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Looking left. And the misconnection on 3rd down. And the Vols will call on their punt team.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Aguilar. Makes the grab. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Barges ahead. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Touchdown, Tennessee! Quick strike through the air for the score. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Safe completion on the screen. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Mississippi State right back to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Taylor wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. He's got it. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. A 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Mississippi State comes out after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds. He'll be short of the first down. That last completion has him set up, second and short. Back to pass. Flips it out in the flat. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. That's impressive.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. And he keeps it himself. A good decision there, and it gives this offense a first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Ole Miss and LSU, fellas, they've given us some classics, and we've got another good one brewing today. Ole Miss dazzled in just about every phase of the game. And for a program that's turned out elite receivers from DK Metcalf to A.J. Brown, I think we may have seen the next great one emerge today. Always interesting to see good SEC teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Vols! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense?
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. Snowed under by the defense. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
34, Mississippi State, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Taylor wants to throw. That's caught. It's Evans. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. The Bulldogs in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mosley. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They're looking to throw on second and short. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Slings it downfield. Finds his man. It's Evans. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock.
He spikes the ball to stop the clock.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10.
Second down.
Wants to go up top. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
Timeout.
Looking to move the change, Mississippi State lines up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. He will not pick up the 1st down. The desperation play, and that one might have sealed their fate. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things they were going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.